What did the regular people witness and experience during Christ's crucifixion? Prepare yourselves for Christ's sacrifice from the point of view of a soldier whose job it was to hang people on the cross, and realize how Christ can convert even those who are numb to cruelty. Live in the moment of a woman who knew Jesus as a living, breathing friend, and travels the long path of watching her friend die. First station. Jesus is condemned to die.
Most of my day is spent in boredom out here in this outpost. I long to return to Rome more than anything, but having something to do will suffice for now. I was just notified that another criminal is being tried. Knowing Pilate, it won't be too long before they call us up to carry out his condemnation. At least I'll have something to pass the time.
Wow, this crowd is deafening. Their scream for Barabbas to be released is filled with something I have never known. It isn't love for Barabbas, but abhorrence, anger, resentment of Jesus. Was Jesus hiding who he really is?
Second station. Jesus carries his cross.
This guy is in pretty bad shape. I don't know if he'll make the trip up the hill. Looks like they really laid into him. It seems there are two others with him. The more the merrier, I say. Alright, let's get the show on the road.
I need to get closer to see what's going on with Jesus. Oh dear God, he's burdened with an instrument of torture. It's a very long walk to outside the city walls where crucifixions are carried out. What has he done?
Third station. Jesus falls for the first time.
I've been assigned to the one they call Jesus. Make sure he gets there, my commander told me. I'll do my best, but this one seems beyond help. He's already fallen, we've only just begun to walk. I wonder if he'll last.
He looks as if he's struggling to move with that horrible thing. He collapsed. The thud of the cross landing on his back echoes through the street, and this vengeful crowd is laughing with such venom at Jesus. What has he done?
Fourth station. Jesus meets his mother.
This woman keeps wanting to see this man. I've come to understand that she is his mother. Maybe I looked the other way for a while. Even I have a mother. What could this man have done?
There's Mary, his mother, the pain in her eyes longing to run to him and relieve his suffering. The love flashed back at her from Jesus makes me look away with shame, sadness, and great remorse. I understand her pain being a mother. Suffering is for parents, not children. What has he done?
Fifth station. Simon helps Jesus carry his cross.
He's really not doing good. I had to pull someone out of the crowd to help him. This guy, I guess his name is Simon or something, he looks strong enough. The only thing I'm worried about is getting Jesus there alive. If he dies here, there's no show. If there's no show, there's no fear, no warning to those who might come after him. If there's no fear, there can be no peace.
Good. That soldier pulled Simon out of the crowd to help Jesus. It doesn't look like Simon wants to be part of this Roman brutality. However, the soldier has a way to convince Simon to concede or else. Jesus looks at Simon with such sorrow. I don't think he wanted Simon to have to help, even though Jesus looked so fragile. What has he done?
Sixth station. Veronica wipes the face of Jesus.
A moment of rest is warranted, I think. It is hot today, after all. A woman from the crowd sneaks past me to attend to Jesus. She wipes his face with her veil. I suppose it's not the worst thing that could happen. Maybe it will give him strength to continue.
Why are they stopping? Oh, the soldiers need a drink and a rest. What's going on? Why is Veronica running over to Jesus? She's cleaned his mutilated face. I'm shocked he can see with his eyes sworn shut. It looks as if his nose is broken too. All the dry blood on his face. What has he done?
Seventh station. Jesus falls the second time.
Up we go, Jesus, I shout. He doesn't have much left. I begin to think I've seen this man before, in the streets with a group of his followers. Yes, I believe I have seen him. I remember now that there was something about him. He was speaking in the local language, so I couldn't understand everything he said, but I do remember a strange feeling of attraction. Oh well, time to keep this train moving.
The crowd is just as loud as it was when we started this journey with Jesus. Simon, catch him! I shouted as Jesus falls again. I better slip back into the crowd. I don't want to be in the position that Jesus is in. What has he done?
Eighth station. Jesus meets the women of Jerusalem.
This guy sure knew a lot of ladies. It seems like every time we turn a corner, there's another woman trying to see him. Now there's a whole group. He must have meant a lot to these people. They call him the King of the Jews, no doubt some kind of revolutionary. If we do not maintain order, all is lost.
The emotions of the women are heavy in the air. They're wailing as if he's dead already. I wonder if Jesus can hear them over the laughter of the soldiers in the crowd. He sees them and says something. They look startled at what he said. What has he done?
Ninth station. Jesus falls the third time.
Alright, buddy, we're almost there. I wonder if I'll be punished if he dies here. They really shouldn't have beaten him so bad. I can't believe he's made it this far. Even now, I feel sort of sorry for him. Somehow I don't think he deserves all this. Strange, I never felt this way before. This is the job, I tell myself. This is necessary. Focus on what you're doing. Don't go soft on me now.
He's fallen again. We're not far from the hill. His garment is so bloody right where his knees hit the rubble from the road. I can't see his hands and elbows, but they must be filled with gravel from falling and slivers from the wood of the cross. I can't believe he can get up and still walk. What has he done?
Tenth station. Jesus is stripped of his clothing.
Well, we made it to the top of the hill. The one I pulled out of the crowd has run off now. That's fine. It's no longer needed. As I take his tunic off, I notice how deep his cuts actually are. I hear him muttering something under his breath. Is he praying?
They have ripped his clothes off. Look at what they have done to him. They have reopened the wounds from his scourging, and the blood is just coming out of everywhere. Jesus has courage and strength in such a weakened condition. How is this possible? I have seen bigger men with less brutality inflicted on their bodies and have died along the way. Who is this man?
Eleventh station. Jesus is nailed to the cross.
This is where it gets real. When I was new at this, I didn't quite have the method down. Now, however, I know exactly what to do. As I go about my work, I again hear this man talking. He is speaking his own language, but I understand enough to realize that he is praying for me. Father, forgive them. They know not what they do. Who is this man? Who could go through so much and still be able to say such things?
How can a human do this to another? Watching the soldier raise his arm with a hammer in his hand and use all his strength to drive the nails through Jesus' flesh and bones with his hands and feet makes everyone still remaining shake with fear. Some of the strong men even vomit at the sound of the occasional miss of the nail head, and the hammer strikes Jesus' fingers or the top of his foot. How is he able to bear such pain? Who is this man?
Twelfth station. Jesus dies on the cross.
After a good 3 hours, it seems that it's finally over for this poor guy. Before he died, he had a conversation with the other men he hung with. I couldn't make it out, but it sounded heated. Before he died, he said something in Hebrew. One of the other men with me translated it for me. He said it meant, "Father, into your hands I commend my spirit." If this is how he died, a man so deeply engaged in prayer, I wonder how he lived.
I'm standing far away from Jesus. The foot of the cross at this moment belongs to Mary. She is the one woman who has always loved him and always will. I just heard his last breath. He is gone. I feel empty, lost and puzzled at this day. He was innocent. His innocent blood was spilled and his life taken. What did he do, and who truly was this man?
Thirteenth station. Jesus is taken down from the cross.
My commander told me to help one of the Jews take this Jesus down. He must have money, because we sure don't do this for everyone. For some reason, I still feel an attraction towards this dead man and the group that waited with him. I don't mind helping them get him down. They'd probably make a mess of it without me.
Everyone is gone except a couple of Jesus' close friends, a soldier and Mary, his mother, 2 other women, and me. We women stand back while Jesus' body is so lovingly removed from the unholy structure and gently placed in his mother's arms. We gather around her to console her. Getting a close look at Jesus' body, I just don't know how he survived for so long. I am thankful this suffering is over. Why would such a gentle person have to go through all of this? I am sure I will find out eventually. People in the city will start talking. Maybe I will run into one of his close friends and ask him where he was during Jesus' suffering. I will also ask him how he could allow Mary to suffer through this alone.
Fourteenth station. Jesus is laid in the tomb.
I really didn't have much else to do that day, so I also helped this crowd bring the body to a nearby tomb. I was shocked at how they accepted my help, especially after I was one of the ones who aided with his death. These are very different people. He must have been a different man. This has not been the usual execution. Something more seems to be happening here.
There isn't much time before the Sabbath begins. I will help clean and wrap his body for tonight. The men have placed him in the tomb and rolled a stone across the entrance. Why do they need a guard? This man is dead. Who was this man?